Yo, what's good, boys? Today did not take a trade because we do have the presidential election coming up tomorrow, as well as today was a no news Monday, so it's against my rules anyway. But yeah, so going into today, marked out again each session, and I see that we have high time frame SMT at the highs. Okay, during Asia. Okay, typically I don't really care too much about Asia, but as you see, price was delivering pretty effectively from this Asia SMT. We dumped shortly after, and my eyes were on all this liquidity right here, okay? All these smooth lows, this LRLR, low resistance liquidity, has built up, okay, throughout since last Friday all the way through last night, okay? We failed to swing it at 6 p.m. when market opened last night, at Sunday at 6 p.m. Failed to swing any of these lows, just engineering even more sell-side liquidity, okay? So we pumped up, right, and we formed SMT during Asia, which sent us lower. London retraced higher, respected this 50-minute SIBI, and it really isn't a SIBI, it's actually a BPR. Okay, it's a BPR because this is once a BISI, right? There's a BISI right here, 50-minute BISI. We inverse it during Asia, right here, and we gap through it. Okay, that's a BPR, balanced price range. Okay, so then we return back up into it, and look at the consequent encroachment of this. Look at the consequent encroachment of that. Look how perfectly the bodies respect that consequent encroachment of the BPR, which is the strongest point of a BPR. Okay, and so having that in mind, this sent price lower. Okay, at the time we had no SMT at all at any of the highs during London, which told me that most likely we are probably going to return back up into this area sooner or later if we get a Judas swing lower during New York. Okay, but this is kind of the tricky part, and again, this is a reason why I don't trade these improbable days, is because, price is typically manipulative. There'll be a lot of high time from SMT as well as low time from SMT converging back and forth, which can be very, very confusing sometimes. And today, I'm not going to lie, I did kind of get, I would say, a bit emotional. I took 2 paper trade losses and 1 paper trade win. In those first 2 losses, I was taking longs within this after us forming this bullish SMT during London. I was trying to take longs when market opened right here, and I just got chopped out. Price was going up, and then it would go down. Price would pump, and then price would dump. Okay, over and over and over again. And then obviously we wanted to dump even lower, form the SMT after taking some sell side, and then continue higher to my draw on liquidity. Okay, and this is unfortunate. It's okay. We learned from it, and once I saw price retrace, and I was getting stopped out I got stopped out in 2 longs that were pretty A plus, to be honest. I mean, it was my model. It was nice, and both of them failed. I knew that we were going lower and that we were going to hold this 15-minute SIBI. Okay, so what we did was we held this 15-minute SIBI, and then market open, or not market open, but the embargo lifted at 9:30. And we dumped lower, okay, which disrespected this 15-minute or this high time frame bullish SMT at the time. So I'm not really caring about this one too much, so get rid of that. And you can see that we swept key, like major sell side liquidity, right? We swept these smooth lows, as well as the super obvious Asia low, okay, off of open. Okay, so let me just mark out this one. This one had my my eye at first. Oh shit. Okay. So we swept major liquidity, the Asia low, as well as some of these smooth lows over here. And very interesting about this was that we failed to swing the prior week smooth lows. Okay. This prior week low, we failed to swing it. Okay. By a few points. What? By 5 points? 3 points? And that was because these are protected lows, okay, because of SMT. So what we did was we stacked SMT. Okay, which is even better confluence. I'd rather us, because if you think about it, if we just dumped right through this, if we dumped and swept the prior week low, we wouldn't have any SMT, so we would most likely just continue lower. Okay, so us holding this SMT right here and holding this protected low, forming this new SMT right here, failing to swing the prior week lows, that was just a perfect indicator in higher prices. Okay, and then look at the anatomy of this 15-minute candle. Okay, let's look at this candle. We dumped all the way down at 9:30. Okay, that was our manipulation, and now look how far we closed back up. Okay, we closed all the way back up here. Okay, leaving all this right here as the manipulation. Okay, so from here, expected a distribution higher to the London highs. Okay. So, that in mind, you hop on the 1 minute. And you see there was actually some solid fucking setups. Okay. Obviously, I didn't take any because I was in fucking class. But this beautiful, beautiful 1 minute market maker model. Smooth highs, right? This is the original accumulation of the market maker model. Market opened, engineered buy side, and then we manipulated lower, forming the manipulation for the daily power of 3. Okay. Swept sell side, and this is our Judas swing right here. This entire move, this major dump right here from 930 was our Judas swing. Okay, forming the manipulation. And what did we leave at 930? Okay, not super obvious, but a data high. Okay. Many of y'all think that, data highs, they have to be super large wicks, but that is, they have to be like 50-point wicks. But, through my experience, the data I've collected, if it's a singular, like, wick like this, that's, maybe, like, more than, like, 15 or 20 points, if it aligns with the bias, most likely it will be hit. Okay, so keeping that in mind, this is a data high. Manipulated lower, this is a Judas swing. There is 2 IFEG setups that I could have taken. Should have, could have, would have, but, it's all good. And just look at the respect of that consequent encouragement right there, okay? Actually, no. My fault. I didn't even close above at that point. Okay, so, this would have been my setup for the day. Long right there, put stop loss right there, right below this open for value gap. And targeting either this high or this high. Most likely I would target this high because it's a 2R perfect. Targeting these smooth highs of the market maker buy model original accumulation, right? And so this is the sell side of the curve of the market maker model. Form the manipulation, also known as the smart money reversal during a market maker model. And then we had the buy side of the curve, which returned us back up into these smooth highs, this liquidity pool, also known as the original accumulation, original consolidation, right? So perfect, IFEGs right here could have entered in either of them. Stop loss at break even at the data high, chopped around a little bit, and then continued higher to the smooth highs. Also, you could have taken this inversion, which also worked pretty damn well. And again, look at the consequent encroachment. Fucking beautiful. We wicked it once, twice, and then body closed right at the consequent encroachment right there. And then started getting some displacement higher to the smooth highs and the London highs itself. Okay. So, after that, I was kind of expecting not the best price action. Because we did actually get a pretty good delivery, a pretty solid day, to be honest, on the low time frame for a no news Monday, especially the day before elections. So I knew that price would most likely go to shit right after this. We formed another SMT at the highs, and I was just expecting a possible just range back lower and then a chop. Okay, and that's exactly what fucking happened. And after you see such a large distribution like this, typically you will see a return back into the range, okay? So, right here, we dumped at 11 o'clock. Once 12 p.m., lunch session starts, 12 to 1, we retraced, okay? A lot of times, if there's a large distribution or an obvious, expansion during the New York AM session, typically you want to see lunch or New York PM session retrace back up into the equilibrium of that range, rebalance the dealing range, and then do whatever it needs to do after that, okay? So as you can see, we had a unfilled BISI, or unfilled 15-minute SIBI. And you can also say this is a BPR as well. And it is perfectly respected as well. And returned back up into the premium, up into this premium 15-minute SIBI. And we continue to lower and then chop for the rest of the day. Okay, so not a terrible day today. Just taking it slowly, waiting for these elections. And we're going to have, hopefully, some decent trading weeks coming ahead. And hopefully we can do pretty good. So, I don't think I'm gonna trade tomorrow. I don't really advise y'all to trade on a day as volatile, most likely as it's going to be tomorrow. I've never traded an election day, but I would guess it's going to be super fucking volatile, or it's going to be super accumulative. And when I say volatile, I don't mean the best price action. So So personally, I would stay out of tomorrow, and then Wednesday is the possible day that we might trade. We'll see, with it being the day before FOMC. It does have no news, so we will see what Wednesday brings us. So hope you all found something from this video today helpful, and I will see y'all boys tomorrow. Peace out.